Ever get that feeling like your dog is giving you the side eye when you're petting another pup? Like a, hey, what about me kind of vibe? Well, you might be onto something. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of jealousy in dogs.
Ooh.
We've got some really interesting research excerpts that explore whether our furry friends really experience this complex emotion.
It's definitely something a lot of people wonder about.
Right. It's a big question. So the research we're looking at today comes from a study done at the University of Auckland.
Okay.
Researchers observed dogs reacting to their owners interacting with potential rivals. And get this, the dogs reacted even more strongly to a fake dog than an inanimate object.
Wow, really? A fake dog?
Yeah. So what do you think? What makes this finding so remarkable in terms of how dogs perceive the world?
Well, I think that detail is super insightful.
Yeah.
It suggests that dogs aren't just reacting to a new presence, right? They're specifically picking up on the perceived threat of another dog, even a fake one, basically trying to steal their owner's attention.
Yeah. Trying to muscle in on their territory.
Exactly. And that points to a pretty sophisticated level of social awareness and understanding in dogs.
Wow. So does this mean they really are experiencing some form of jealousy?
Well, it's certainly a behavior that we can interpret as jealousy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But whether it's exactly the same emotion that humans feel is still up for debate. I mean, dogs definitely have complex emotions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But they might process social situations differently than we do.
That makes sense. And, that actually brings up a good point about the difference between jealousy and resource guarding.
Right.
Like my dog, for instance, he gets really possessive over his favorite chew toy, but I don't think he's actually jealous of it. More like, this is mine.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how can we tell if our dog is truly jealous versus just guarding a prized possession?
That's a great question and a really important one for dog owners.
Yeah.
So resource guarding is basically about protecting what they see as theirs, food, toys,
Right.
even their humans, right?
Yeah, they're people.
Exactly. It's about control and security. Jealousy might play a role, but the primary motivation is different.
Okay.
Now, to spot true jealousy, you gotta look for those attention-seeking behaviors. Like, imagine your dog performing all his tricks when you're talking to a friend, or maybe he starts chewing on furniture.
Oh, yeah?
Or barking excessively when you're focused on someone else.
Oh, or the classic, suddenly needs to pee on the rug right this second move.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Been there.
Definitely. And these behaviors are often a dog's way of trying to, redirect your attention back to them. It's like, hey, hello, remember me.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's say my dog is consistently showing these signs. What are the first steps in addressing this jealous behavior? What can I actually do?
Okay, well, first and foremost, avoid punishment.
Okay, that makes sense.
Scolding them only reinforces this idea that something is wrong, and it can actually make the problem worse. So, what should we do instead?
It's crucial to focus on positive reinforcement.
Gotcha.
Instead of punishing the jealous behavior, shower them with praise and rewards when they're being calm and sharing your attention.
Oh, okay.
So you're essentially teaching your dog that good things happen when they share attention.
Like, hey, a new friend means extra treats for everyone.
Exactly.
I've heard some trainers suggest ignoring the jealous behavior is the best approach. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, ignoring can definitely work in some cases,
Okay.
especially if the behavior is pretty mild.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally find that actively rewarding the desired behavior, like calmness and sharing, is much more effective in the long run. It really helps build that positive association and teaches the dog alternative ways to handle their emotions.
Okay, that makes sense.
And of course, if the behavior is more extreme or you're just not seeing any improvement, it's always wise to seek guidance from a certified dog trainer or behaviorist. They can give you some personalized strategies.
Great advice. So, to recap, it seems like dogs do exhibit behaviors that we can interpret as jealousy.
Yeah.
And understanding those behaviors, along with that key difference between jealousy and resource guarding, is essential for building a strong and happy relationship with our furry friends.
Absolutely. It's all about understanding their emotional needs and creating a secure environment where they feel loved and valued, even when sharing your attention.
Great points. You've given us so much to think about today.
You're welcome.
One final thought I'd like to leave our listeners with. Could our actions sometimes unintentionally trigger jealous reactions in our dogs? Perhaps something as simple as petting another dog without acknowledging our own pup first.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's definitely something for us to think about and observe in our interactions.
Yeah, I like that.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with this, so feel free to share them with us on social media.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.